Hi, I am Marvette Doyley. I'll be doing a brief analysis of John Dewey. John Dewey was one of the most influential philosophers of the 19th centuries. Dewey was a pioneer of functional psychology. He was a prominent leader of progressive education, a pragmatist, an educator, a political activist, a social reformer, and a writer. Dewey had a vested interest in journalism, ethics, and philosophy. He was particularly interested in how people learn, how people acquired knowledge, and how people acquired truth. Dewey, I would say, was one of those educators and philosophers who didn't just talk the talk, but he walked the walk. Dewey's life evolved around a time in society and in America where there were major life changes. For example, the American Civil War, the World War II, the Great Depression of the 1930s, the American temperament, and drastic changes where technology is concerned. Dewey knew that education was the move forward to prepare people to compete with such drastic changes. However, he knew that education had to take on a new approach. Hence, Dewey opposed essentialist teaching that was rooted in realism. He opposed teacher-centered classroom that reflect direct instructions, rote learning, set curriculums, and strict discipline. Dewey's vision for learning and education was more student-centered. Dewey believed education must lead people to growth, and as a result, students' needs and interests were prioritized. He believed in active, real life, hands on learning, collaborative learning, because for Dewey, education had a social responsibility. Education for Dewey was not just to prepare people for life, but education was life itself. Some of Dewey's pedagogical strategies included inquiry-based learning, cooperative learning, reflective thinking that modeled the scientific method, project-based learning, experiential learning, and democratic learning, where students had a voice in the classroom. Students had the freedom to explore as they learn. Dewey's inquiry model had the following steps: planning, retrieving, processing, creating, sharing, and evaluating. Dewey made some significant contributions to society and to American education. He was the founder of the University of Chicago's Laboratory School. He also made contribution to the New School for Social Research that focused on inclusive learning environments and vocational learning. As a pragmatist and as a constructivist, Dewey was all for learning by experience, learning through real life activities. As a science teacher, I endorse Dewey's ideas. I think Dewey was a model educator and a model philosopher. I strongly believe that if we are to really effect change in the classroom as educators, learning has to take on a new approach. Gone are the days when students sat passively and regurgitate information. To create more lifelong learners and to meet our diverse learners, I would definitely say constructivist learning through Dewey, pragmatist learning is definitely the way to go. I hope this was informative. Thank you.